Chip, I'm going to want a drive check from you. And Tiago, what are you doing?
Swinging this shotgun onto my shoulder. I'm going out the door.
Okay.
And I'm going to start climbing around.
So, dexterity and athletics.
Let me know if I need to jump in and explain the shape of a semi-truck for him to make this make sense.
Don't worry, we're going cinematic. I'm using willpower with 2 successes.
All right. And Chip,
All right.
I need your drive.
I know. I'm trying to get it to set the 9 again, plus the 1 modifier from specialty. Are you kidding me?
1 success is enough to succeed, but I have to...
I know, but give me a break, man.
You've just got to put your faith in the liver of the dice.
I am. That's why I'm giving as many dice as this liver can handle.
No. Too many dice and you get alcohol poisoning. You've got to just get a couple good dice.
So, Tiago.
You have seen me as a GM.
You are able to make your way out of the truck and, keep your footing, keep your balance. Where exactly are you heading on this truck as the cops are able to skillfully maneuver around and are essentially on all sides? There are currently 3 officers, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, and 1 behind the truck.
So 1 to the immediate side that I can see here. I'm going to break out Marionette.
All right. Is there a resistance to this?
No, because it's an inanimate object. But I roll
So you're
Synergy and Marionette, so 4. And once again, I am willpowering this, and I'm going for the car that's, as I shimmy down. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is, looking at the truck, this would be the one on the left, as I'm shimmying down from the passenger side.
Brazil, it's...
Yeah.
That's why Chip can't drive. It's flipped.
I don't know if Brazil is right or left-hand drive. Anyway, it's and I am going for the so this is the level 2 one because I need multiple targets. I'm going for the wheel nuts on one of the wheels.
Okay.
1 success.
And what are you telling those wheel nuts to do, essentially? So eventually this wheel pops off and starts skipping down the road. That awful grinding sound as the car immediately goes onto the what is it called? My brain's skipping. The metal part. I can't think of what it's called.
Axle.
Oh, it is axle? I was thinking that was the bar, not the metal part.
It's I don't know.
Technically, it would be the hub seal.
Oh, it's the hub, yeah.
The hub seal. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That starts grinding against the ground. Obviously, that police car starts losing speed, and sparks are flying.
I don't know if you can hear me in the wind and everything, but his voice going, "Damn your drive, my man."
No, I can't hear you. I'm just going to keep driving. That engine is loud.
The one on the cop car on the driver's side, the passenger window goes down, and you see if Chip were to look over, he would see a cop with a megaphone, quite literally. Pull over.
Okay.
You're doing it? Give me a drive.
All right, we're gonna blow some willpower. Would it?
1 willpower is for 3 extra die.
1 willpower will be enough. I hear pull over, and Chippy does this. Okay. And I'm gonna. So, all right, let's see. 9 again. Hit the dice button. This would be a modifier 4 then. Holy cow!
Take the inspired condition, drive. As you pull your semi into the police car next to you, it tries. There is an attempt for it to try and get out of your way. Very quickly, it is pushed and careens into a building, as they aren't able to gain control or brake, leaving just the one cop car behind you now.
Oh. Hold on, buddy.
I know what you're doing, and I'm literally gonna very quickly. Is there anything I can rig that shotgun to? So it's literally like shotgun in whatever gap, and then just kind of hold on to that.
No, there's a big bar for you to hold on to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will.
Headache rack. Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to snap. I'm going to take the strap off and put that on and use it as a harness. And as soon as if this works, I'm putting the fire when they hit. I'm putting the shotgun into the windshield.
All right. Well, I feel like there's another drive check that's going on here.
I guess this counts as a drive, but no, I'll set up the cinematic for you here, okay? The next thing that Tiago hears, and you've heard this before, you've driven a vehicle, you understand the noise of the Jake brakes coming on, which is a universal sign for the brakes are about to hit very hard. Actually, it's a good way. They're used to casually slow the truck down, but in this case, you kind of figure out what's going on. So I'm going to combine the Jakes with regular brakes, which is not always a smart thing to do, but I'm not going to get to the technicals here. So what is the inspired do again?
Declare it, and if you get 3 or more, it's another exceptional success.
Okay. So it's just something I declare, and then we roll.
You say before you roll, yeah, and
yes.
if you get three dice, three successes is an exceptional success rather than 5.
Plus, also by burning it, you gain. Okay, so you got another exceptional success. And also
and
you get.
Burned my inspiration.
Yes. But you also get a point of experience for resolving the condition.
Yay.
And this cop car, the person driving it realizes what's going on too. They try to brake. However, they don't brake fast enough. And they slam into the back of the truck. Give me that shooting roll.
Dexterity firearms.
Yep.
Plus 6. 2.
On the shotguns, what's the weapon modifier?
Gandhi, you're pretty good on these.
3, I think.
3.
That sounds about right.
Or shotgun, I think it's 3. Yes, 3. Looked it up.
If the people inside the car weren't already dead, they are now.
And I will just slam on the side of the truck as if to, which I'm assuming you could probably now hear.
No, he's going. He's going.
Okay, yeah.
I'm assuming Tiago makes his way back into the truck.
I will start to work my way back through, yeah.
And is there a specific place Chip is heading now?
Yeah, so I don't have a specific name for it, but there is always just a massive travel plaza in big cities. So, and it being, you said it's evening time.
Yes.
Yeah, I could think of no better place to hide. And so he is going to pull into it. You know, Chip does. He's just saw this place because it would be on a major intersection. So if he drove through there, there's no way he'd miss it. And that's something you have to remember as a driver, is where the big places are. So yeah, he's going to pull up. He's going to pull into the dirt lot or whatever the far back of it is, and the truck kind of wheels up. You hear kind of the squealing of the brakes because it's, you know, this thing probably isn't new, followed by the hiss of the air brakes being pulled. And he goes, "Okay, that was new." I'm just going to kind of look back at Arwen. Also, I can hear someone talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure we knew. But anyway, yeah, he's gonna pull up and he's gonna say, "Okay, now first thing we need to do, I need to swap the plates on this thing with someone else."
I got people. I'll make some calls.
No calls needed. He's gonna reach up. He's gonna rummage for pocket knife or some kind of utility knife. He's gonna reach up, and he's like, "I'll be just a moment." And he's gonna get out. He's gonna go 2 lanes up. He's in a white Volvo in the middle of Brazil, so like he's just gonna pick any of them with the same look. Make sure the curtains are closed. Usually these license plates are not like screwed on. They're usually they're temporarily affixed to it. So yeah, he's just going to, like, that's his first order of business, is swap the license plates. And he's looking for one where like the guy's clearly asleep. So
just give me a perception check for that.
You're asking me to find, oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Perception is
Wits composure.
Wits composure.
Wits composure. Yeah, that ain't bad. Normal roll. 4.
Doesn't take you long to find one at all. Pop the plate and pop your plate and affix the new plate. Now, the big question I have for you. Are you going to put your old plate on the truck that you just popped the new plate from?
No, I have some decency. Okay. So, yeah, and basically what's going to happen is, don't get me wrong, this guy's going to do the pre-trip in the morning. If he does the pre-trip, which is the professional thing to do, and sees that the plate is missing, we've got a new list of problems, but that's not going to happen for another 8 to 10 hours. So we're good there. About some time. If he doesn't, well, he's the one poking around Brazil without a license plate. So yeah, that's his stupidity. But no, I'm not going to be that guy and put the plate on. Yeah, no. But what I will do is I'll make sure that plate disappears. So basically, I'm looking over the truck. I'm doing the post trip, just kind of doing a walk around. I don't think they shot our truck.
No,
the back frame can probably handle a hit or two.
The driver's side is pretty scuffed up. because of the side slamming another car.
I think missing a
That
window
is-
as well, aren't we?
Missing a window,
Yeah.
and there are most of the bullet holes. Luckily, it was more of a downward shot, so those aren't going to be visible from the road.
Well, and the guy was probably in his sleeper berth anyway. So, that would have, if it was just a shotgun blast, that might have stopped enough. But yeah, so I'm gonna look at Tiago and be like, all right, well, we'll worry about, we'll talk about it later. We got to work on a couple of things. Number one, this truck's out of service until we get that window fixed. Fortunately, I know a guy that might be able to work on that. Second issue, we got to get you looking like you belong here. Otherwise, someone's going to put two and two together and realize that you don't belong here. And when the 5-0 come walking through looking for someone out of place, your pretty face is going to be the first thing everyone's going to remember.
I'd like to think so.
So I'm going to reach in the back and I'm going to say, all right, so what are the odds that what this guy had was about the same size as what you're wearing?
I mean, Tiago's pretty heavy set. He's a muscly guy, so yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, he's going to throw a pair. It's just like shorts, shirt. And I said, and I'll be right back. Going to go in there and, petty cash, whatever. It's like $20-25. I'm going to pick up what looks to be an El Cheapo headset. I'm going to come here and say, you're going to keep this thing around your neck at all times, and I need you to practice your abandoned your hope in life expression. You just look like you got nothing to live for, and I need like a depressed look. Just like this, I don't care. Got to work on your trucker face.
So
As Tiago
basically, what?
As Tiago does that, we're going to switch over to Júlia. Waking up the next morning from, well, a somewhat restful sleep.
Okay. It's a great new day, and I can now try to pretend that nothing happened the other day. That's exactly what I'm going to pretend that I did not just wander around through the underworld. I did not see a dragon, and I am going to go to work.
The entire time you're at work, go ahead and give me your profession skills, by the way, as you work throughout the day. However, Drifting Smith is not pleased with your ignoring the situation. And is making himself as obnoxious as ghastly possible here.
I appreciate your concern for my day-to-day, but you seem to forget that I have bills to pay.
It Drifting Smith kind of gives you a look of like, you also got other stuff you have to do.
Uh-huh. Bills are coming first. Sorry, Chief.
Where's your roll?
Oh, what do you want me to roll? Craft something?
Yeah, whatever you would use to actually make stuff.
Sure. Yeah. No, wait, hold on, wait. I can get like a specialty in there I didn't think about. I have carpentry. Yeah, there we go.
One success off of
Gotta
one dice.
believe in the dice.
Well, you're able to successfully. What were you exactly making?
considering I probably had to cancel a few things, it's mostly just catch up on orders, odd jobs, whatever I had, business wise. I imagine some people aren't pleased, so I've probably lost some customers, but.
Yeah, unfortunately there were some cancellations due to being missing for a couple of days. And you're also aware that you've heard nothing from the other three either. Which is somewhat concerning as well.
Yeah. Julia is going to reluctantly try to track down any of the weird, death cult people that think we know what we're doing. See if any of them saw them come out. Or have seen them since we went in. I don't know where they hang out, if they do just hang out at the graveyard like a bunch of...
Got playgrounds.
But,
I think for consistency's sake, I know who you're gonna go visit. You're gonna visit the old couple, known as Kevin and Faye. They're, as previously explained, they are foreigners that have decided to retire to Brazil.
why would you choose that? I wonder they joined up with a cult.
Faye, once again. Or, I shouldn't say once again, because this is the first time Julia's ever been to this location, this house. No matter who you ask in the cult, they're probably going to direct you to Faye and Kevin. As Julia kind of answers the door, she's like, there you are. The other three were a little concerned about you, not having poked your head out yet.
Oh, they're alright then?
Well, alright is a subjective term. I mean, look at everything that's gone on with you guys. And I've realized that you've probably been dunked in over your head as well.
That is a term, yeah, that's far too accurate.
Well, I'm assuming you're looking for where they are.
I'll be honest, they can, whatever they're doing is up to them. They have lives too,
Oh, yes.
Even then, I mean, unless they were here an hour ago, they're probably not wherever they left you to go.
Oh, well, no, they were not here just an hour ago. It's been about a day since I've seen them, but they didn't necessarily tell me where they were going. But I have a general idea of what they were planning on doing. I believe the doctor went to go check on his home, if I'm recalling his plans correctly. And the other two, there was some discussion about getting a truck. And when they say truck, I don't think they mean like a little pickup truck. It sounded like they were talking about one of those big semi-trucks.
So, what, they go down to the convenience store and play the lottery? That's not gonna... I don't think any of them were very well off to just drop, a couple thousand on a down payment.
To be fair, that Tiago fella doesn't seem like
Please
this.
don't remind me.
Doesn't seem like a scrupulous.
I'm trying to pretend he's a good person.
I'm sorry, but whether you want to pretend or not, I don't think buying was high on the order list.
No wonder this city has a bad name. Okay, well, then in that case, I think I will certainly leave them to whatever they're doing, because I don't want to go to jail today. I suppose if they come peeking back around, I am reluctantly being forced to go keep looking into matters that I don't really want to have to deal with, but I'm not going to get any work done if I don't.
Yeah, that balance between the living and the dead is kind of difficult, especially for new ones such as yourself.
Spare me the lecture.
Excuse me? As this little old lady, probably in her 80s, kind of pushes herself up, crosses her arms. Is that any kind of attitude to have about somebody that will do nothing but help you in the future? Most assuredly.
You're right. Pardon my attitude, but I don't really want to. I'll just leave it there. That's apologies.
She kind of shakes her head. And at this point, I'm actually gonna roll her. Does Julia wear anything showing she is like a cross or anything like that?
Probably. I mean, she's Catholic. Went to what did I write in my fancy backstory? I can't. Where did I write it?
She notices your necklace, and she goes, "Oh, this is a rough one for you, isn't it?" And she kind of gestures at your necklace.
I'm not wrong yet.
Could you repeat that?
I'm not wrong yet.
Oh, I never claimed you were. However, it is still somewhat of a rough experience, I would have to say so myself. Worldviews getting thrown up into the air. Well, as you state, you're not wrong yet. Still probably feels like a monkey wrench has been thrown into the whole ordeal. Some things have to be reshaped.
Nothing. Nothing does. It's just... Of course, interpretations might be a little wrong. It's nothing more than some form of purgatory. There's nothing out of the ordinary. It's just a strange happenings.
You think the down there is purgatory? Like...
A metaphor for it, perhaps. Coming back, metaphor for it.
You're not the first bound that has had that particular take. A lot of you assume it's the other place, though. Given your particular situation. Unlike the others, she has not invited you in at this point. It seems like that may have soured her taste a little bit, that comment.
Good, I don't like death cultists. I don't like... anyways. Well... Unless I'm still standing here in the same streets that I knew a month ago. It is just a. Oh, I hate that I'm agreeing with that. The transitionary phase.
And how do you explain that thing there? Guardian angel? You can hear there is a lot of irony and sarcasm behind that, and she actually laughs at her own statement. Drifting Smith kind of seems uneasy because, well, he would be aware if she could actually see him. He knows she can't. So just the sheer fact that she's able to kind of just point and be like, in some essence, I know it's there.
I don't have an answer. Solid one, no one will ever. But angels have taken stranger forms. Stranger saints have existed. I'm not a theologian. I'm not going to discuss this.
Sorry, I did not mean to make you uncomfortable, but your friends are well.
Not sick with ghost pneumonia, I take it.
Ghost pneumonia?
I don't know if it's normal, but I got lost down there. There was a little village of them that they were all sick. The dead shouldn't be sick, I'm pretty sure.
You are absolutely correct on that. There are... She pauses and thinks, if they died that way, they might have some, physical deformities, but, coughing and the like, that's not something they should be doing. Were they actually showing symptoms, or did they just have, physical marks of some sort?
I mean, there was nothing leaving the lungs. They don't breathe, but they were coughing. They looked ill. The one down there, I didn't ask a name. I didn't care. That was talkative. Claimed that everyone was getting sick. That it was worse the further you went down. So I went back up. Naturally.
Somewhat of a sense, especially since you were by yourself, a sensible thing.
If only I was by myself.
Well, you were at that time.
There's always right over my shoulder. I'm not alone.
Yes, sorry. That is true. Well, that is something certainly worthy of interest.
Which is why I can't get any work done until I go look into it more.
I would recommend reaching out to your friends.
Right, well, I don't have bail money, so...
Well, whether you have bail money or not, who knows, maybe they weren't doing something unscrupulous. Maybe they did just go out and buy a truck. And yeah, honestly, probably every single time this gets brought up, Júlia thinks back to the truck that was hauling, and sirens were approaching.
Yeah, maybe they did. Let's pretend they did. When the blue boys come knocking, I don't know them.
I would still recommend at least reaching out. You never know.
Yeah, I'll text them. I have to go see if it's even possible to go down again. Dirt can't hold open forever. I hope.
Well, It is placed in a graveyard. There is a good chance it's still around.
Closed, I hope. Then, if it was closed, it means I have complete... I'm fine. I don't have to... I can't go down, sorry. Why am I joking?
It's a coping mechanism, she says.
I'm gonna pretend it's not for now.
Keep pretending, but I'm here. And with that, she kind of just nods, feeling like she said her piece. She doesn't shoo you away, but she is looking to close the door, and you can kind of tell it.
Júlia will walk away.
As soon as you get far enough away, she does watch you leave a little bit, but then she does close the door.
Okay. I'm gonna hope they're not in jail yet, and I'm going to send them a text and say we should probably go back.
Tiago and Chip, who are not in jail, having rested the night.
Yeah.
And making any sort of phone calls to your contacts or anything like that, you guys would receive a message from Júlia, which is the first time you've heard from her in over 24 hours.
We look at it and he's got, coffee in one hand. He's like, yeah, see, I told you she made it out just fine.
I never said she would.
I wasn't talking to you. And I look back over at Arwen.
Arwen kind of just shrugs. Ishmael has somehow wound himself around the steering wheel.
Oh, get comfortable.
I was going to say, so, what exactly does your friend there have going on? I'm gonna text while he's explaining. I'm gonna text Júlia back, which it is a little slow. It is a little sluggish. And it's gonna say 10-4. Let's meet back at I don't know. I'm sure we have some common gathering area that's common with the crew. So that's where I'll say, yep, we'll head that way. Yeah.
The graveyard.
10-4, we'll pop back to the graveyard and have a quick get together.
So with guys, sorry, question to Storyteller. How do they convert this kind of early stage before you kind of got that communication with them? How do they relay information?
From my understanding, at least from the lore, etc., it's body language, general gist, general feeling. They don't speak words.
It was, to be honest, I don't know, but I saw he sort of, only thing I've got is from quite some time back. We were passing by a video store and they had a thing in the window and showing an old Clint Eastwood movie. Never saw him pay attention to a TV before then or since then. Maybe something there resonated.
I'm pretty sure Clint Eastwood, resonates with a lot of people.
But it was one of the old westerns,
Yeah, Clint Eastwood, John Wayne. We'll have to roll some westerns and see if there's any that jump out at them.
Like I say, got a reaction.
Oh, and last night probably gave him for quite the ghost adrenaline rush. Anyway, fortunately it's daytime, so we can drive with the windows down. Well, I've got an appointment set up to have the glass replaced. But yeah, since it's daytime, we can just roll the windows down and we'll be fine.
Sure.
Um,
If you want a full-on backstreet renovation, I meet one of
so
my
you're
old
gonna need
friends. Bit of East
right.
Street.
So yeah, your friends are a little more on the what we need for this, which, for the record, I wouldn't call it damaging to the structure of things, but if it's one thing I don't like, it's a load assignment with no info, or going into a shipper and turns out they're a bunch of upsettable individuals.
Of course.
A little more information on the load assignment here would be appreciated in the future. Just try to keep me a little in the loop.
No problem.
Part
of it is when we're working with someone for the first time. It's something he's always been good, and what he does, if someone's new, he doesn't really fill them in, and when they're caught up with it, just means that they're not gonna suddenly run away and go to the cops, sell us out,
Right. Well, I'm
bit of a
not
baptism
exactly
of fire, but
yeah, I can't say I'm particularly a fan of law enforcement, but I do try to avoid aggressive negotiations with them. And your Alfonso buddy just about blew this whole thing, and I don't mean with the shotgun. If I hadn't jumped back there and pulled that fifth wheel, there had been no way we were going anywhere, and he'd have left both of us for dead. And he seems like the kind of individual to do just that.
oh no, he will. I promise you that much.
All right, well, we're gonna need new VIN number for this truck. That means inside and out, it's gonna need new VIN. Should be easy enough to print a duplicate.
You got friends that can do that?
My friends can't do that. My friends can do things on the up and up. Fix the windshield, and he'll understand the windshield being busted. We're gonna keep curtains closed for now. I don't know a dry cleaner what's gonna get that much blood out of a sleeper berth, by the way.
Oh no, that's
Is this conversation happening as you're on your way to the graveyard, by the way?
Yes, we are driving.
Okay.
And so it's kind of that casual what we need, and then we roll up near the graveyard, because Lord knows you're not parking a semi truck close to a graveyard. I don't think there's parking anywhere.
I'm gonna take out a call, and it's gonna be that moment of just waiting for the reaction and going and like, oh boy, and make the call and just wait for it to answer and go, hey Alexandra, it's Tiago.
Hey, Tiago.
Hey, good to speak to you. It's been a while.
What do you want? It's always something.
Upholstery, new. What was the number?
We need a new VIN number for a vehicle, and quite frankly, I don't need to be bumming around Brazil without a license. So I figure you could get me an identity a little faster than I could.
New VIN number on a truck. New driving license.
What's the pay? I know you're broke.
what can I've got, like I said, I got 2 resources. I don't know if did I spend any of that on Alfonso?
Because you were offering him services. No.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I've got basically 2 resources to spend. Whatever that translates to.
So you're just gonna offer cash in this case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That would be temporary loss of 1 resource dot.
Okay. Yeah, I can offer you cash.
Oh, the great Tiago is offering cash. Okay.
What did you want?
No. Cash is fine. It's just you usually want to spend your money on other things. Okay, so the driver VIN number, whatever. I could probably work that up within a day. Driver's license, that one's going to take a little bit longer because that's got to get into certain systems, so on and so forth.
A few more systems than normal.
Okay.
To be honest.
Basically, 2 resources. Get it done by tonight.
Boy, all right. All right, Tiago. I'll do what I can. And the line clicks.
Oh boy. Well, that's Alessandra. She's a character. Let's just say a character.
You 2 split up sleeper berths before?
I'll try anything once.
Anyway, it's about that time we meet up with Júlia.
Júlia, you've been at the cemetery quite a bit longer, and you do see the truck go by once, and you assume that they're probably looking for a place to park. It's the same truck, yes. Which confirms.
Let's not look at the road, and let's. I'm gonna go see if the gate's open still.
Yes, the gate is. That gate has been open for 3 days now, give or take.
Yeah, that sounds not good.
It isn't too long till Chip and Tiago pull up. Outside of the truck, obviously.
Yeah. So he's just gonna wave and be like, "Hey, sorry, my bad. Hey, you made it out, huh? Things got a little hairy there. We all just kind of scattered, sort of took off. I don't know. We figured you knew your way around there more than us, and so tried reaching for you, but nothing.
I got out fine, yeah. But now I can't get anything done because our ghostly friend here is not content with me leaving.
So what do they want? They want us to bring this gate down, or do they want us to go in there and figure something out?
I wish I knew.
Did you try asking them?
Well, no, but
I'm gonna look at Julia's ghost and be like, all right, blink once for yes, twice for no. Do you want us to go inside and investigate the strange goings on?
Deathless blank stare, no blinking at all.
I don't think it's that easy.
Okay, but in all seriousness, so what did you learn down there? We learned that there's a big old disease dragon thing.
Yeah, I got lost for a little bit. Found another one of those weird favela towns. Guess there are ghosts that live down there. They're sick somehow, which really seemed to unnerve the Geist. And concerned the... Oh, what was her name?
Faye.
I know that. I know what her name was.
Okay.
The old woman, the I don't know, probably the American.
Right. I thought I was the Americanist party. Anyway,
They're all Americans. Foreigners.
we get around a lot. Not as much as the British, but we get around a lot. Anyway, I'm just saying, weird disease going on. Coming out of the ocean is Puss the Caustic Dragon. I think there's a connection.
Yeah, obviously. But I don't really know how to proceed, you know? I'm no St. George. This isn't gonna...
Well, I'm not saying I don't even think my character would know who St. George is, so I can't make that joke in character legitimately. I said, well, Saint, hold on now. I mean, it's a plague. Do we know someone? I mean, Doc could help if it were, like real plague illness, but ectobergulosis doesn't really seem like his specialty.
I guess he's gonna have to learn then.
I suppose.
By the way,
We'll have to see about getting.
actually,
Go ahead.
I feel like this is a very, very important question that I probably should have asked earlier, before this entire conversation started. Because I know Chip only speaks English. And I believe Júlia is from Brazil, which means she speaks Portuguese.
Tiago is translating.
I'm in the middle.
Which is, okay. Tiago is having to translate back and forth.
That's why he hasn't said anything.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why. Yeah, that's why.
I've literally had this whole conversation myself.
Yeah.
Twice.
I wonder what. I mean, it would be some of the things I've said might not translate very well, but tuberculosis might not translate too well. God, it's just
Ghost flow?
Yeah.
Right.
Is that even a word?
You know Americans, they make up shit all the time.
Right. So, point being, we need a ghost doctor expert, almost.
Well, I don't know where else we're going to find one of those than down there where the ghosts are. And I don't like that thought.
There wasn't there I'm trying to remember, wasn't there like a library or something? Like there was something we had to look into from last session. It was like, Blay said she couldn't find anything in her tomes, and so I thought, yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, all right, maybe some, yeah.
There might be some more. There are certainly some individuals that would have occult homes, maybe more than what Faye has. But it's one of those things, you're taking a shot in the dark. You don't know what they have and what they might not have. They might have every little bit of information you need. They might have something about leprechauns.
We could use the money. Sounds like something we can put the crew to, though. Just saying. They want to help. They can put some boots on the ground and see what they can dig up about a diseased dragon thing. Not too deep, though. We don't want them going into anything too weird. I don't want to have to drag one of them out of the depths of Ghostland or whatever. But, just information.
It's not a bad idea. But considering that Faye didn't know it was quite taken aback when I mentioned it, I'm not sure if it's something that we're gonna find up on this side. But it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. And it's better than
worth giving them something to do.
If they want to pretend like we know what we're doing, then we'll pretend to order them around.
I mean, I was going to ask nicely, but yeah. And we'll get a hold of our doctor friend once I'm just going to slowly but surely, which I don't know how tech savvy Júlia and Tiago is, but this is like boomer level painful for the record. He's saying like, I will figure this thing out at some point. There's the Q. There's the L. Just gonna send something to say, hey, meet us at the graveyard whenever.
And with that text message being sent, you have just finished listening to this week's episode of Geist the Sin-Eaters, 2nd edition, Marvelous City of the Dead, part of the Domain Gaming's Contagion Anthology, written and told by Wyverian. A special thanks to you, the listener. If you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. As always, comments are welcome. Until the next chapter, don't stop asking yourself, when change comes, and it will it be full of hope or tragedy?